Are you thinking about relocating or maybe just starting to consider the idea to move to Winston-Salem, North Carolina? Well, you are in the right place. Hello, my name is Lynette Selby, and I'm a licensed real estate agent right here in the Triad. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that I specialize in helping buyers just like you, especially my relocation clients, find the perfect place to call home right here in the area. And today we're going to talk about what life really is like to live in Winston-Salem in 2025. I'll share the good things about living here, a few things that you should be prepared for, and how the real estate market looks right now. So grab a notebook because I promise you'll walk away with a clearer picture of whether Winston-Salem is the right fit for you. So the first thing that you need to know about Winston-Salem is that it has a lot of Southern charm. It is alive and it is well. So this city still has that warm, welcoming energy where people say hello when they're walking their dog. They will wave to you when you're driving through the neighborhood, all of that stuff. And that makes the city, it makes it warm and welcoming. But here's what's new in 2025. So downtown Winston has really leveled up. So the innovation quarters is booming. So you've got cutting edge medical research with Wake Forest School of Medicine. You have trendy coffee shops, new restaurants, apartments that give you that city vibe without that city price tag, of those bigger metro cities like Charlotte and Raleigh. So that's a good thing. And if you want the perfect blend of small city warmth and modern conveniences, Winston-Salem is delivering that in a big way this year. So now let's talk about something that is a little unique to North Carolina, and that is the due diligence fee. So this is especially important if you're coming from out of state because it's not the way most states handle home purchases. A few states do, but it's not the norm. So here's how it works. When you make an offer on a home here, you will pay, let me rephrase. You don't have to pay, but it is, how can I say this? It's recommended that you pay a non-refundable due diligence fee, and this money goes directly to the seller. This fee gives you a certain period of time, usually between 2 and 4 weeks, to do your due diligence, to do all of your inspections, your appraisals, and kind of research the property to make sure that you want to move forward with it. But here's the thing, if you decide not to move forward for any reason, it doesn't matter the reason, your financing could fall through, you had a bad home inspection, you just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and said, you know what, I don't want that house anymore. Doesn't matter the reason, the seller will keep those funds. But if you do close on that home, that amount is indeed credited back to you at closing. So I always explain this in full detail to all of my clients because understanding how this works will really help you write a strong offer, and it gives you confidence when you are negotiating. So if you decide that you are wanting to buy a home here in Winston-Salem and you call me, we're definitely going to have a consultation and we're going to talk about that due diligence fee, how it works, my recommendations, and all the things. So you will be prepared when that time comes. So here's some good news for buyers here in 2025. Closing costs here in Winston-Salem are still very reasonable compared to other states. So on average, you're looking at 1 to 3% of the purchase price for closing costs. So for example, if you are buying a home that's about $350,000, your closing costs could be between $3,500 and $10,000. I know that is a lot, but it really depends on your loan term, the type of loan you got, and a few other factors. Plus, in North Carolina, we use attorneys to handle our closings. So that means that the attorney is the one who coordinates everything from title searches to the final paperwork. So one thing that I absolutely love about Winston-Salem, and something that my clients love about it too, is how quickly you can go from city to country. You can do that real quick. Within like 10, 15 minutes, you can drive from downtown and then you're in neighborhoods and then you find yourself right in the country. So whether you want, a backyard big enough for a garden or, for your kids to play, or you just need that extra privacy, you can find it here without being too far away from shopping and dining and all the other conveniences of the city. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. You can enjoy the city living when you want it, and then you can kind of retreat back to your peace and quiet when you need it. So now let's talk about those HOAs, because this is something that comes up often. So in Winston-Salem, a lot of communities will have an HOA, and their fees and rules will vary greatly. Some are very simple, covering things like common areas, maintenance, or street lights, while others include pools, playgrounds, and even lawn care. So here's the thing. If an HOA isn't your thing, then you're not stuck. There are plenty of neighborhoods in Winston-Salem that don't have an HOA at all. But on the flip side, if you like the idea of, a maintained community with amenities, there are a lot of options for that too. So now let's talk about the market, because I know that is what's on everybody's mind. And as of mid-2025, the median home price in Winston-Salem is in the mid to upper 300,000s. And that's still really affordable compared to places like Charlotte, Raleigh, or even Greensboro. But prices have gone up over the past couple of years thanks to steady demand and limited inventory. Now, new construction is everywhere right now, especially in neighborhoods just outside of the city. Builders are offering great incentives like help with closing costs or design upgrades that can really make buying a new home a great option. So if you are relocating and you do have some flexibility in your timeline, I often recommend looking at new construction because it gives you a little more predictability during the home buying process. So beyond the numbers, what keeps people in Winston-Salem is it's really the lifestyle. You got a slower pace of life without feeling isolated. You have good food, you have coffee shops, you have hiking trails nearby, and you have a growing job market. Plus, you're just a couple of hours away from the mountains and about 3-4 hours away from the beaches. So for families, professionals, retirees, for anybody, it's an easy place to feel at home really quickly. So if you are thinking about relocating to Winston-Salem in 2025, start by figuring out what's most important to you, whether that's, a walkable neighborhood, a larger yard, or a specific school district. And when you're ready, reach out. My contact information will be in the description box below. I would love to help you start planning your move. And don't forget to grab my 2025 Winston-Salem Relocation Guide. And the link to that will be in the description box as well. It's completely free, and it's packed with updated information on neighborhoods, market stats, and tips to make your move as smooth as possible. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you get a better feel for what life is like here in Winston-Salem in 2025. So whether you're just starting your research or you're ready to make a move, I would love to be your resource right here in the Triad. Make sure that you do me a couple favors. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my weekly videos about relocating, buying, selling in Greensboro, Winston, and the entire Piedmont Triad. But I will see you guys next week. You have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.